Hello aspirants, this is me Yasmin Gill, and in this video we'll be covering the PIB highlights of 23rd of March. So as usual, do follow all these videos on this particular link and you can rate and review the course as well. So let's begin. Firstly, we have under society related issues Tata Trust. Basically the scheme is Zilla Swachh Bharat Preraks. So Zilla Swachh Bharat Preraks would be provided by Tata Trust. So Tata Trust is a philanthropic organization. It will work in collaboration with Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation towards Swachh Bharat mission. So it will be providing Zilla Swachh Bharat Preraks, one in each district for a period of 1 year. These Preraks, they will be coordinating with the DC of that particular district and help in bringing on cleanliness. Then we have this very important survey, Unified District Information System for Education. So it keeps on tracking various educational indicators, and who conducts it or who collects information for this particular data bank. It is basically National University of Educational and Planning and Administration. Next we have under Article 275, there is a provision in our constitution for statutory grants. So as per the statutory grants, Ministry of Tribal Affairs sets up Eklavya model residential schools. So important point 1 here is that Article 275 is linked to statutory grants. Second point important is that Eklavya model residential schools are linked to scheduled tribe students. You need not remember the class for which it is organized. Do remember that these model schools are for scheduled tribe students. Then we have another news item. You must be aware of the fact that education is in concurrent list, right? Also, do remember that Right to Education Act 2009. As per this particular act, the medium of instruction which is preferred, it should be child's mother tongue. Also, but education is in concurrent list, so states have the liberty to decide the medium of instructions in school. But as far as RTE Act is concerned, it promotes mother tongue based education. Then we have Child Labour Amendment Act 2016, so you must be aware of its provisions. It's just a revision. Below 14, complete ban. Then for adolescents, that is for 14 to 18 years, ban only in hazardous industry. As far as children below 14 are concerned, they can be allowed to help in their family enterprises, but after school hours and during vacations. Then we have Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana, very important. Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana, it is to be launched on 1st of April 2017. What is it linked to? It is linked to providing physical aid and certain devices to assist senior citizens belonging to BPL category. The scheme would be implemented by Artificial Limbs Manufacturing Corporation Limited, that is Alimco, which is a PSU under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So this particular PSU, it will be helping the senior citizens in providing them assistive devices. So this will take care of 1 year free maintenance of such devices. Also, Rashtriya Vayoshri Yojana, it's a central sector scheme fully funded by central government, and the amount of money which is to be spent on this particular scheme, it will be provided through Senior Citizens Welfare Fund. Then we have another news here, the continuation of it. See, firstly, all these devices would be provided free of cost and depending upon the amount of disability which a person has. Also, in case of multiple disabilities, devices would be provided for each disability. The beneficiaries are to be identified by state or UT governments. Also, it must be tried that as far as possible, 30% of the beneficiaries in each district should be women. The devices would be distributed in camp mode. It is the first of its kind scheme, and the senior citizens would be taken care of for 3 years. Next we have maternity benefit program. So this once we had already covered in PIB. So maternity benefit program, it is a centrally sponsored scheme, but it's implemented through state governments, UT administrations. Also, on 1st of January 2017, when this year began, so government approved the pan-India expansion of this particular program. Then we have ICDS, very important scheme. So Integrated Child Development Scheme, not in current news. This topic is not based on current news, just a small revision sort of thing. So under ICDS scheme, take-home ration is provided to pregnant women, children from 6 months to 3 years. But hot cooked meals is provided to children who are from 3 to 6 years. Then we have under polity governance, we have these 2 online platforms. One is Vahan, one is Sarthi. Both we had covered once in PIB. So both these are basically to check the corruption part primarily in the road transport. So Ministry of Road Transport and Highways have come up with these 2 digital platforms. One is Vahan, the other one is Sarthi. Also, few days back when we covered this article from Indian Express related to road accidents, so thereby we also did there that Motor Vehicles Act and Central Motor Vehicles rules, they come under the implementation of state governments. Then we have under economics, we have 50 years the Great Indian Milk Revolution. So National Dairy Development Board, it is celebrating its golden jubilee this year. So in that context, Ministry of Agriculture has released this coffee table book. Next, we have India is the second largest producer of vegetables after China. This is one news item. Second, Ministry of Food Processing Industry, in order to boost the sector, it has specifically created an investment targeting and facilitation desk within the ministry. Then we have these electricity related efforts. Firstly, we have Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana. This is for rural areas. Second, Integrated Power Development Scheme. This is for urban areas. Third scheme, Ujala, that is Unnat Jyoti by affordable LEDs for all. And what is the contribution or what is the grant that is given under this scheme? See, as far as the Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana and Integrated Power Development Scheme are concerned, in both these schemes, the grant or the money would be divided into three parts. 60% would be by Government of India, 10% the state contribution, and 30% by banks or financial institutions. And the simultaneous contribution varies for special category states, which is mentioned in the brackets. Then we have additional grant could be given, which could be to the tune of 50% of the loan component. That depends on achievement of milestones. So it's sort of performance based grant. Then we have Power System Development Fund. So for Power System Development Fund, the grants could vary depending upon the amount of money government has. So grant could vary from 75% to 100% for non-special category states, but for northeastern states and other hill states, the grants could be eligible for, the states could be eligible for grant up to 100%. So this is a sort of revision for all the initiatives taken in the power sector. Then we have under Science and Tech, PSLV was used to launch Chandrayaan-1 and Mars Orbiter mission. And as far as GSLV based news items are concerned, see, right now GSLV, we are trying to develop an indigenous cryogenic upper stage engine. So once it is developed, GSLV will be able to launch satellites up to 2.2 tons to GTO, that is geosynchronous transfer orbits. This is with the help of indigenous cryogenic upper engine. But once we come up with semi-cryogenic engine, which is another advanced technology, then we would be able to transfer or launch the satellites up to 6 tons. So this is how the difference of launching ability can change. Then we have Smart India Hackathon. So this once we had covered in PIB. Smart India Hackathon, it's basically a 36 hours non-stop digital product development competition. So this competition will take place among various students. So students would be given problems by central government ministries. So they will be troubleshooting on those problems and they will be developing certain digital products. So this is Smart India Hackathon 2017. Then we have under security related, we have a very important expedition by Indian Navy. The expedition will be known as Sagar Tal se Sagar Matha. So evident from the name itself, it goes on to say from seabed to summit, which shows the power of Navy. So they'll be starting off by diving off the coast of Karwad, which is located in Karnataka, and they will go till the highest point on earth, that is Sagar Matha or Mount Everest. Then we have the Sagar Parikrama 3. It is the all-women circumnavigation by sea. So this is the efforts to be done by Indian Navy. And then we have these MCQs from today's session. One is related to Ekamra Kshetra, about which we studied in yesterday's PIB. Then we have about magnetic levitation, again in yesterday's PIB. Then about fluoride contamination and how and what impact does it has. Finally, we have about India's longest road tunnel which is being constructed. So do check out all these MCQs and you can find its answers in the MCQ course. Plus, as soon now you have completed the watching of this video, do rate and review the videos and you can recommend these lessons to your friends as well. Also, any sort of feedback is more than welcome. Thank you so much.